Well, ladies and gentlemen, AMC stock is up about 6% today. You are seeing quite a bounce, honestly. This is exactly what you want to see. Now, why is this happening? Is there news you should know? And what's going on in the broader markets today? We have a lot to get into in a very short amount of time. Hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Let me know what you guys think about this down below in the comment section. So first things first, AMC stock, there's not a lot of news in particular. But if we take a look at some of the news that has hit the news wire today for AMC, it says analysts set AMC Entertainment Holdings price target at $10.35. It says the average 12-month price objective among brokerages that have issued ratings on the stock in the last year is $10.35. And this could, this hitting the algorithm could be having a positive effect on AMC stock today. But a lot of stocks that are interest rate sensitive companies are doing pretty dang well today. This is really because durable goods orders came in lower than expectations at negative 5.4%. Now, I was a little bit cautious because it seems like if durable goods orders were to come in this negative, like 5% or 6%, 7, 8, 9, 10% negative, that would be negative for the markets. In fact, today it does not look like that is actually happening. So that is interesting that we're trading positively on that news, to say the least. Now, OPEC just delayed their meeting as well. Oil is falling quite a lot today, and that is good news as well. Oil is down about 2.5% today. That is also having a positive impact on stocks because if oil falls, let's be honest, oil affects basically everything, right? Anything you are watching this video on, anything that you are going to use today, product or service, oil is involved in at least transporting the product at the very least. So oil coming down is good for inflation as well. The VIX is plummeting down 3.6% today. The Russell 2000 is up almost 1%. So there's a lot of residual things, if you will, that are happening today that are positive for AMC stock. And then you also have the simple fact that, this is the holiday season now. This is the day before Thanksgiving. A lot of people tend to be bullish on stocks around this time of the year. It's a big spending time of the year, so it's not a big shocker. Now, I've talked about this for a little while now, that I thought there was a decent chance that AMC stock would bounce here, especially since you have went under your prior low that you had set back on September 11th, which was $7.05 per share. And you yesterday hit a low of $6.52 per share, and now you're back up to $7 per share. This is great news to see because, hey, you're back to basically your level that you were at, your prior low. The last thing you want to see is AMC stock continue to fall and get into the fives. I think if we don't hold $7 today, if we don't hold $7 over the rest of this week, which tomorrow stocks are closed, Friday stocks trade, but bonds are closed, then you probably fall back to that $5 level, at least in my personal opinion. Now, I think a couple different things are happening as well. The fundamentals of AMC have been improving. That's obvious. We already know that. I do think the markets have also made it very clear to AMC's management they cannot continue to dilute shareholders, or the price of AMC is going to go down into the dump. And that is what has really happened as of recently. So I think there has been a loud and clear message sent, and I think the markets are sitting here saying, hey, this dilution has probably already happened. At the very least, it's been priced in, and we're probably not going to get any more dilution. Now, let's go ahead and get into the data here behind AMC stock today. So if we look at Ortex, pull up the shorts. Short interest of free flow at 9.06%. $119.14 million worth of short positions. Days to cover 0.76, 17.92 million of shares that are sold short. Shares out on loan 13.1 million. Cost to borrow 1.35%, utilization of 29.66%, with a short score of 53.69 out of 100. So not the most impressive numbers here, but not the worst numbers we've seen as well. The short interest was at like 6%. So it was at 6%, and now it is around 9%. So that's a little bit better than where it was, but we all know the short interest is a lot higher than what these numbers say. Now, cost to borrow average 1.37%. Cost to borrow minimum is slightly negative, and cost to borrow max around 7%. I don't think those numbers are accurate at all either. Now, taking a look at what's going on in the bond market today, yields are up on your 10-year treasury about 2 basis points. That's pretty interesting considering the durable goods orders that we got came in so negative today. It was negative, 5%. That's interesting. And your actual GDP estimates from the Atlanta Fed actually went higher on this. So kind of strange what's going on out there with some of your markets. Now, CNN's Fear and Greed Monitor has us at 67. So that is greed, not in extreme greed yet, but definitely making our way to that. The Stonko tracker data, let's go ahead and take a look. For this week, you have calls in the money of 1,100, calls out the money 80,000, puts in the money 32,000, and puts out the money of about 8,000. So there is a lot of dry powder on the sidelines here that is held in this options chain. If you do get some kind of bounce, that would obviously be very good for AMC stock, and that could lead to what some would call a gamma squeeze overall. Now, obviously, don't hold your breath. That's obviously something that you can't really, we don't know, right? We don't know if that's going to happen, so don't trade based on that. But nonetheless, it is a possibility. The percentage of stocks above their 50-day moving average is at 63%. For a comparable back here in July, you were at about 77% at the highest point. So there is still quite the room for a move higher, I think, in the broader markets themselves, which could be positive for AMC stock. But obviously, again, we'll have to wait and see. Now, as far as this actual bounce that we're seeing today, again, AMC stock is up about 6%. We want to see the stock go to about $8.81 per share. That's your 50-day moving average, and close above that. If you were to get a close above that, then I think you could make your way back into the $10 or so range. But I mean, that would be a pretty significant percentage gain from here. That would be, to get back to $10, about 41.5%. So I do think that is possible, but really hard to tell at this moment in time. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. Is AMC stock going to bounce from here and actually make its way back to $10 per share? The MACD looking not too bad, actually, considering all the carnage we've been through recently. The MACD is obviously slightly negative, but you would expect it to be a lot more negative than where we are right now. So that is an encouraging sign. And your RSI is at 34. You were just under 30 at about 29. So now you're at 34, which does suggest some seeing a lot of, I guess, a rush to get into some of these AMC trades, right? The faster the RSI does move higher after you've been oversold, the better sign that is overall, guys. So that is basically it. We can take a look here at some of the option statistics today. The calls are definitely winning out as well. Total call volume of 65.6 thousand. This was 65,690 to be exact. And puts volume of about 35,000. So almost a 2-to-1 ratio here on the day today for AMC option activity. And if we take a look back here and look at the option activity over on Ortex, hedge funds and institutions have you've seen 2 orders totaling $146,000 with a positive order value of 57%. So that's going to go ahead and do it for this video. Not too much else to actually add. A quick look at commodities. TLT is basically flat on the day. USO down 2.43%. We talked about that. The dollar is up 0.5% today. That's not the greatest thing to see. Gold is down 1/3%. And yeah, that is pretty much it. So let me know what you guys think about all of this information down below in the comment section. Hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Source your comments, questions, or concerns down below in that comment section. Thank you for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one.